Good morning, Shaving Cadre and the SV Aficionados group. We certainly want to welcome you to Handlebarber Dave's Barbershop Shaves at Home. I'm your host, Handlebarber Dave. Pretty obvious. Very excited about today's shave as we are going to be reviewing and shaving with Cubebe, which is a brand new fragrance from Saponificio Varesino. Now, this has been long awaited as this is the first of their product line that has an Eau de Parfum. We're going to be using that today. Presentation of this is absolutely fantastic. The bottle is very heavy. It's got a cap that's very, very reminiscent of any of the Dunhill products. Knurled, almost a black chrome. Very heavy bottle, and it is 100 milliliters. And for the price, and I think US it's about $80. That's not bad. I did a pre-test on this yesterday, and the longevity of this fragrance is huge. We'll go into the notes in just a second. A lot of people ask about the beta, like beta 4.0, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. These betas are different formulations for every single soap. Now, where do these betas come from? They come from you. They come from the consumer. SV is constantly searching to make their stuff better, more natural. As you know, they use mostly natural alcohols in anything that they use. So it becomes a different beta. Now, this is a beta 4.3. The shaving soap comes in the aluminum tins, beautifully done, engraved or actually reliefed. Very, very nice. This is the beta 4.3, and this is a special edition. It is a vegetable-based soap. There is no palm oil in any of SV's soap products, which is important for those of you that are looking for those type of ingredients. Also, this has got, I believe it's pronounced Manoi de Tahiti. It is basically a plant extract that is known for its soothing, its antiseptic, and its healing properties. That's something that is new in this version of 4.3. Now, as far as the notes are concerned, there's a lot of similarities in SV fragrances. Some people say they're light. I don't find that. But in this one specifically, the opening or the top notes are citrus, white citrus, lemon, bergamot, and white balsam, which gives it a very, very, very bright feeling. The middle notes are pepper, because Cubebe actually is a type of pepper, but it's also known for its healing and its antiseptic properties. So you've got nutmeg, some hints of pepper, and then on the bottom, it's musky and woody with an amber background, some patchouli, and some incense, as well as vetiver, labadium, and benzoin. So a lot going on here. I will tell you, going into this, that many of you know that I'm a big, huge fan of Penhaligon fragrances. Now, Penhaligon's has a fragrance called Elixir. Now, it's a wonderful fragrance, and what it reminds me of, for those of you that are from the Christian faith or have spent a lot of times in cathedrals or in Rome, this reminds me of St. Peter's Basilica. It's got that cement, that incense, that grandeur of a big, huge cathedral. So it's very, very nice. However, it's very, very dark. It's a deep scent, so it's meant more for winter, I believe. However, the cool thing about Cubebe is it's got the citrusy balsam notes on the top end, so my comparison is this. If Penhaligon's is the inside of St. Peter's Basilica or a huge cathedral, a large Gothic castle, then Cubebe is that plus all the gardens and the fruit trees on the outside. So the way I explained it to Marco when he asked me about it from SV is I said, once again, Penhaligon's is the inside of St. Peter's Basilica. Cubebe is the Vatican Gardens. So that's kind of gives you an idea. So we're going to be shaving once again with the Cubebe. We're also going to be using the Cubebe aftershave. Now all the aftershaves are now coming in what used to be the barber bottle. So the barbers used to be the only ones to get these. Now everybody can get them. We're also going to be using once again the Eau de Parfum of Cubebe, which is the first. We're going to be using the AV Artisan 2.0 in Fauz Ivory, very heavy brush, with a High Mountain White Badger. And for the tool today, we will be using, of course, the Koraat by SV. It's a 6/8. I don't know if you can see that. It's a full-bellied hollow, which has already been stropped up. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the shave. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day so far. One thing that I also should mention is with all the SV products, a hot water veil on the top, usually a tablespoon, is what I recommend. The brush has been soaking, and then you just pour all that goodness into the brush and start lathering right on the puck. Now, this is the first time that I've lathered. I did not do a test lather in advance because I didn't feel there was a necessity to. I know SV products well enough, and I got to tell you, this thing jumps into the brush. So far, it's been, what, 5 seconds? I'm probably not going to need to load much more than 5 or 6 more seconds. This stuff explodes into lather. Of all the beta, the most recent beta 4.3 is a Puntia, and it lathers fantastic. But as you can see, it's just boom. It lathers well. So that's probably, what, 15 seconds, maybe? And that's all I'm going to need. And I'll take the residual off of that and get ready for our hot towel. And I usually like to do this. I'll just take the residual soap from the lathering process because I've got so much in the brush already. And I can tell you this lather does have a softer feel. I do not know if that is the Manoi de Tahiti that's in it. But this is just the extra soap. And as you can see, I could shave right off of this easily. Very shiny, very slick. And I have not added any water to this at all. But this is what I'll use as my base for the hot towel. So far, I can see the difference in the 4.3 formula. I can see it. And I can't tell you, the fragrance is unreal. Okay, we'll go into a face lather. And once again, I have not added any water. I will, because this stuff is, wow. There is a difference. And you can actually feel it right on your face. So out of just a tad bit of water. The fragrance is light, but it's very apparent. You're really being hit with the citrus notes and the pepper notes. I smell a little bit of the vetiver, just a little bit more water. But boy, is this stuff slick, and it is thick. I've tried to thin the lather out a little bit for me because I prefer that. That ain't happening, which is nice because it's going to provide one heck of a skating rink for Leonardo. One little more add of water. And I think that, like the CBL soaps, this will take all the water you can throw at it. You're not going to break this, although I may try to on a test. Okay. The lather feels very good on the face, very refreshing. There's no menthol, obviously, but you can tell. And like I said, I don't know if this is the Manoi de Tahiti that's doing this, but it's wonderful stuff, guys. Okay, we'll get started. Yeah, I can tell already that the shave is different. Than any of their other formulations. The glide is tremendous. The slickness is out of this world. Now, I currently probably have somewhere in the area of 250, well, more than that actually, 350 to 400 soaps in my shave den. And I have never been a big believer in cushion. You know, I've been a big believer in glide and slickness, but not a big believer in cushion, meaning that there is a definitive bounciness, I guess, would be the best way to do it in the lather as you're shaving. This this shave soap has alleviated that myth in my mind, because it actually feels like you're not even touching your face when you're shaving. The residual slickness is out of this world. Your face feels alive. Remember, I've always made mention that the 70th, the Saponificio Varesino 70th, is my favorite because it makes your face feel like it's alive. This is doing the same thing, just a little bit different notes. I'm going to strop this 10 times real quick. So, initial response for the first shave is, in my rating system, which is a total of 50 points. Latherability is 10 out of 10. Or 5 out of 10, I should say. No, okay. 5 out of 5. Math was not my strong point. Feel on the face feel, cushion, glide. In fact, it's just, so far it's 5 across the board. I have a feeling this is going to end up being my highest rated soap overall. We'll see. Still have 2 passes to go on the post shave. I am going to skip my normal Lucky Tiger aftershave salve today just because I want to get the full effect of the SV. Also, those of you in YouTube land and on the forum and in the SVF aficionados group, don't forget, on April 1st, the Shaving Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com, is doing something very unique. We're having a yard sale. Now, this is open to members and non-members alike, and it's where the members get a chance to literally set up like a yard sale swap meet and get rid of some of their stuff. A lot of it will be shaving, some will not be shaving. So please stop by. It's going to be a wonderful time, and it's a way to find some products that you may either can't afford or don't want to pay the money for, that you can find relatively inexpensive. Used products, new products, stuff like that. So once again, stop by on April 1st. www.theshavingcadre.com. Okay, advertisement over. Wow, the slickness actually gets better with this after every pass. The fragrance is really starting to really make itself known, and it's sticking around a little bit. We're going to strop this one more time. And as is typical of SV soaps, after that small 15-second load, you will have enough lather left over to shave an army. I'll add a little bit of water for this last pass, rather. And this lather just keeps building. And even though there is no cooling agent in this soap at all, your face is just extremely, extremely refreshed with this. Even better than the 70th, in my opinion. If I was to do a quick comparison between the fragrances of both, because they are similar. However, this has got a deeper note to it, and it's more of a lemon and balsam, whereas the 70th, you really pick up on the oranges and stuff. The bergamot is forward here as well. Okay, I've got enough soap left in that brush to do whatever I need to. Lots. So you may even not need to load 15 seconds, to be quite frank with you. Okay. Okay, final pass. Absolutely fantastic. This is definitely the best soap formulation as far as overall shaving feel, by a pretty good margin, in my opinion. Puntio was great, but the post-shave slickness, I mean, this is unreal. A couple little bit of touch-up spots. I could do this because it is that slick. I could do this without, but why waste the wonderful soap? Okay, that's it for the 3 passes. We'll do one to our cold towel rinse. Wow, still super slick. Wow. Well, so far, I think that as much as I love the 70th, it has just been knocked off the top of the heap. As with all SV aftershaves, make sure you shake it very well. It is vegetal and plant-based, including a plant-based alcohol, and it's a little bit thicker. It's almost like a milk. Don't need a lot, but make sure you shake it up because the contents will settle. This one actually comes with a reducer. It's a fairly big reducer, so be careful when you're putting this in your hand. I would probably opt for a little bit smaller reducer. You want to rub it into your hands too to emulsify. And you really want to rub it into your skin too, because this does have the Manoy de Tahiti as well. But as I said, you don't need a lot. And boy, do the pepper notes really start coming out on this beautifully. It hits your olfactory nerves really, really well. Very, 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 very nice. We'll finish up with a little bit of talc, and then we'll get on to the big star of the show, the Parfum. If you are an SV fan, it's a no-brainer that you need to add this to your shave down. If you are not an SV fan, which I find that hard to believe there's people like that anywhere, or if you've never tried SV before, this would be a great starter because it's just, the fragrance in it is very, very, just wonderful. Oh yeah, that's definitely a Dolphin Smooth Baby Butt Smooth Grail shave times 10. So it gets my top rating. Okay, now for the Parfum. Now, many people have always mentioned that FV scents are very, very light. This one will dispel that. It does have a nice atomizer. It's a little bit fire hosey, but in short spurts. Very citrusy. You can smell the balsam and the lemon, the bergamot, and then the pepper really comes in. The incense is sneaking in a little bit quicker. Oh, this is a winner. This is a winner. I'll report later on the longevity, but I tried a little bit yesterday, and it lasted through a shower on into the day. So I would venture to say that the silage and longevity on this is going to be as good as 7 to 8 hours, depending on your body chemistry. Absolutely wonderful. Well, SV aficionados and the Shaving Cadre members, we appreciate you watching. Once again, don't forget to join us at www.theshavingcadre.com. And if you want to get some very nice SV products, go to www.saponificiovaresino.com/en, and you can get to their store. Ordering from them, it is done by FedEx, and there was no problem. In fact, the shipping for this entire package got here in 3 days. That's better than some of the places that are right next door. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please note it down here. I'm also going to put the fragrance notes somewhere in this video so you can see that. So once again, thanks for watching Handlebarber Dave's Barbershop Shaves at Home. Have a great day.